we're going to talk a little bit about homeopathic remedies and using them in your dog.
Did you ever try to pill a cat, Dr. O?
Well, yeah.
Pilling cats is like taking your own life in your own hands.
First off, homeopathy has been around for a couple hundred years, unchanged. And homeopathy is based on the premise of using like to treat like. And if you have a dog that's violently retching, then you would use ipecac. But everybody says, wait a minute, we use ipecac when a dog gets into something poisonous, we give them ipecac to make them vomit. That's correct. But homeopathic ipecac is very, very, very minute amounts. And
it's not the same as the ipecac that you would buy at the pharmacy.
Right. And it actually, we're using like to treat like, and it's a vibrational type of treatment.
We've talked before, and you may have seen people talk about the harmony of cells, or the vibrations of cells, or the energy that cells put off. And homeopathy is based on that exact same energy.
And so everything vibrates at a different rate in nature, and homeopathy is based on finding out what vibration we're missing. And so we're going to use a homeopathic remedy. Now, we remember that a dose is a dose, and so we went to the pharmacy and or the home health food store, and we bought some remedies. They're not labeled for animals. What do? Remember, a dose is a dose. And so if it says right here, it says take 4 drops, okay, so we're going to use 4 drops on our dog. If it says, you know, take 2 to 3 tablets, we're going to use 2 to 3 tablets, because a dose is a dose, and it doesn't matter if we're treating a mouse or an elephant, that dose is a dose. The thing that will be different is our frequency of treatment. And
so if I have an acute problem, I want to give it more often.
And you might take it as often as every 15 minutes. Now, if I'm treating this chronic pain that I have in my knee that's been there since I was 16, which has been a few years ago, I'll probably take it once or twice a week. And most homeopaths recommend like once or twice a week, 1 week for every month that you've had the problem.
So in this puppy who is beginning to get separation anxiety and chewing up the house and things like that, we could use a homeopathic remedy to try to address that.
We can address that. Or if he gets exposed to, go to the dog park and he gets exposed to a dog that had parvo, or if we go to a show and there was some kennel cough there, we can use a specific remedy to treat those. Okay. Now, people are saying, well, how are we going to do this? Well, here's one of the problems, is we have a pill. Well, that's pretty easy, because the pills are sublingual.
And I can get pills at almost every homeopathic store.
So we're going to take a pill and we're going to put it in our hand and we're going to just put it in his mouth.
But you know what? If you put it in your hand,
I changed the vibration of the pill. So that's one of the problems with, he liked it, but by touching it, I changed the vibration. I added vibration to it that was mine. So I didn't give him the true remedy.
You gave him the Dr. O remedy, because now it's Dr. O energy.
And whatever it was. So the little pellets, we could do it between...
He's immune to you, Dr. O.
We could do it between 2 spoons, stainless steel spoons. We could do that. We could have put it in the cap and dissolve it in some water and squirt it in his mouth that way.
Those are all good ways to do it. If the only form you can get is a pill, that's a great way.
I prefer the liquid, because it's 4 or 5 drops. And now watch this. I want to show you real carefully, if I can get Dr. Amy to hold the open bottle. We can, if we get the camera to zoom in, I can drop this right on his nose.
What if he won't let you see his nose, Dr. O? Ooh, that probably smells bad.
And it's absorbed, and look at it, it's all gone. He took it all right off his nose.
You can also put it...
We could put it on his paw pad and watch.
On the paw pad.
Watch, it'll be absorbed right into his paw. It's gone. Everybody, there's alcohol in the remedy. I like the ones with alcohol. Everybody says, oh my gosh, the alcohol's a preservative. The alcohol is in your homeopathic remedy as a vasodilator. It will dilate those blood vessels where the where the drop hits and allow the remedy to be absorbed into the bloodstream, because that's where we want the remedy. We want it in the blood. Now, we don't care if you put it in water, you can give it, but the one thing you don't want to do is you do not want to put a homeopathic remedy in food. If we put it in food, then it will end up in the stomach where the digestive enzymes will cleave that protein, and if we change the protein, we change the vibration. So we want to make sure we do not do homeopathic remedies with food. But remember, homeopathic remedies are a very, very good choice to treat your animals with. And the one great thing about homeopathic remedies is there are no side effects.
Don't forget to remind people, though, that homeopathic remedies are very specific.
Very specific.
So if you are trying to treat yourself, your animals yourself, you may want to consult a homeopath with the symptoms and the specific information about the animal so that you can get the right remedy.
Right. And there are 38 different headache remedies for people in homeopathic modalities.
Because they treat specific headaches,
Specific
not
kind of
headache
headaches.
in general.
And that's one of the problems is we're used to grabbing, I have a headache, grab a Tylenol. Doesn't matter if the headache's pounding, doesn't matter if it's a throbbing, if it's worse in the light or better in the cold. Those are all important homeopathics. So when you talk to your homeopath, think about things like that. You know, is your dog better in the morning? Does he like to go outside? Does he seek heat or cold? Or
All of those things are going to be, and your homeopath will ask you some of those things. So remember that even though it's not a prescription drug, it's over the counter, and you can certainly use it in your animals. It's definitely something a little more specific and less likely to have any kind of side effects. The only side effect issue might be
that you might waste your time a little bit if you choose the incorrect remedy.